It's doubly depressing because Mila and I had, Mila and I go and we look for charities for Hanukkah. One night is charity night. She gives her present. Instead of a present, she gives what she would have gotten in
Charity
terms of cash
pays
to charity.
because God likes when you do charity, so you get more.
That's
Think of
right.
it as a down payment on future gain.
You've heard that before. That's what has been said to you, Michael.
I asked my parents, why are we doing this? And they said, think about the bigger picture.
Your parents misled you because the answer is because it's tax deductible, sweetheart. You will learn that when you have paintings that are accruing a lot of wealth, rather than go through all the rigmarole of trying to put it up for auction at Sotheby's, if you're not enjoying the paintings anymore, what you can do is get a huge tax credit by donating them to a museum. You can still have your name on them, so everyone will know they were your paintings, but you can get the tax credit.
I won't digress too much, but Curb Your Enthusiasm, the anonymous donor episode is the funniest one
The
ever.
anonymous?
The anonymous,
Oh,
excuse
the
me. The anonymous donor. It just plays with that. Because basically, Larry gives money to the Environmental Defense Fund or something like that, and he has his name on the wall, and everybody's kind of like, your name. And then some other actor like Ted Danson or somebody is anonymous, but has strategically allowed everybody to know. So he gets the double credit.
Yes.
Because they're just like, he's such a classy guy. He didn't even want anybody to know that he did this, but somehow everybody friggin' person knows. It's great.
So there it is. So I was sitting down. I was explaining to Mila how she could maximize the tax benefits of. No, I mean we somehow. Maybe it was 60 Minutes the other night. I think that's maybe what it was. The World Food Program, which basically provides. It's interesting. They have they provide assistance to 1.7 million Syrian refugees. It's a UN agency. They have these massive refugee camps in Jordan, in Lebanon, I think, in maybe in parts of Syria, but I think mostly outside the country. Turkey. They, instead of actually supplying food, what they do is they basically provide some form of token system where you get a certain amount of tokens and you can go to these supermarkets essentially and buy the food. And you go back and you make it in your canvas hut that you're housed in. So that the people actually feel like, they're living some semblance of a life. Hundreds of thousands of kids, of families, it's just incredible. It provides these electronic vouchers in, I guess, in Iraq and Egypt as well to buy food at local stores and or stores in the refugee camps. It is facing, you ready for this? A $64 million, not billion, $1 million shortfall. And they're going to have to suspend the food assistance. $64 million. I want you to contemplate how little amount of money that is. With the report out by the Iraqi Prime Minister on Sunday that Iraq had determined that there were 50,000 non-existent soldiers in their army. That's part of the reason why their 10, 20, 30,000 person forces just melted away in the face of ISIS, probably because half of them or three-quarters of them didn't even exist.
Where's Ali? Well,
he's not a real person.
Yeah, he's not.
But
he's fake.
Understand, we spent $20 billion on rebuilding the Iraqi army in 2003. $800 billion in direct cost, probably a couple of trillion when you factor in VA costs, all the fallout from Iraq. And they are 64 million short and have to shut off food assistance to Syrians. That's the cost of one airplane, maybe two, that we would use to bomb Syria. Ostensibly, right, to help the Syrian innocent people. But we don't have 64 million to feed them? And Joe Scarborough is whining that 5 players from the NFL raised their hands in solidarity with people getting shot by the police? Give me a break. Joe Scarborough wants to know what's wrong with this country.